Hello there, my friends. I wanted to ask you, are you ready to release the fear? You ready to let go of that which doesn't serve you? Part of the ascension, or what ascension really means, other than just rising in vibration, is transmutation. It represents transforming from one state to the other. And so as we go from the limiting, fear-based 3D way of living and thinking to the higher dimensional, or the fifth dimension, the new earth, what we are awakening to, that fear-based stuff doesn't fit. We literally can't take it with us. And we all have it, some degree. We came into a world that's fear-based. We see all this fear-mongering on the media. We come from parents and grandparents who also had their share, and for good reason. But it's part of the old paradigm. So it's hard not to look at the past and what was. But you know what? You're not in the now. You're not being present, because your point of power is in the present moment. You're constantly vibrating a certain energy. You're constantly manifesting. You're constantly creating your reality. So if you're living in fear, holding on to old patterns, or fear of the future, right? That's either you living in the past or in the future, but you're not present from the moment where you create, which is the present moment. And so even if you're vibrating fear, you're literally creating more fear, right? Like attracts like, powerful law of attraction. So let's say goodbye to all that old stuff, right? It doesn't serve you. And whether you believe it or not, most of us, many of us, we brought that fear in also from past lives. It's an old stories. And sometimes what we experience in this life is just here to awaken you, to remind you, hey, this stuff still isn't healed, even if you brought it from long ago. So take a moment. Let's do it right now. Kind of settle in, sit back if you can, or lay down. And just intend to release all that no longer serves you. Any of that fear-based stuff. Call in your higher self and your guides. Come to me now. I set the intention right now to release the old negative patterns that are holding me back from freedom, from joy, from all that is my birthright, the abundance, right? Love, peace. So settle in, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. Maybe visualize that you have roots at the bottom of your feet, just like the mighty oak tree, and they anchor in deep into the earth. It's a great way to let go, to let all that stuff have an exit point, Every breath, let it fill you with more light, more peace. And on the exhale, you're releasing any holding, any tension, any negative energy. And then invite your I am presence, your higher self, that God goddess you, to fill the space with the most glorious white, golden light. Maybe a beautiful, bright yellow white light. Iridescent, sparkling light. Just hearing those words, you can imagine it, visualize it. And it helps you soften. This beautiful light begins to clear out all the old energy. And then imagine you have a guardian angel, maybe Archangel Michael, or some other guide or angel. And they present to you what looks like a bucket or a container. And you now are invited to place all of your old fears into that bucket. You may even claim for yourself, since you're in charge of your energy. Call forward now. I call forward all negative aspects that have ever affected me, that are still with me, that I am now intending to let go of and release. I call forth and call home all aspects of myself into presence. And just whatever you imagine that is ready to leave now, whether you understand it or not, doesn't matter. If it's a low vibration, it's time for it to go. So you place it in that bucket. And yet there may be old patterns or relationship patterns or patterns about health, your beliefs about health or abundance, whatever it is. Maybe those are your blocks. They've been going on or playing a role in your life for, as far as you can remember. So let's invite Archangel Michael or your guide or guardian to help illuminate any cords. It's time to cut those cords. It's time to be free of any fear, any lack. It's time to say goodbye to all the low vibration, third dimensional negativity. It's all coming up to be transformed now. We see it all over the planet, but it's up to each of us individually, and that's how we help the others. So invite this guardian, this guide, to now cut those cords. And then imagine you could see any shadow aspects, any of those negative blocks leave. It's as if they're magically taken away. And as they leave, the light begins to shine brighter, begins to fill those spaces where once there was some low vibration energy, some kind of block that held you back. And instead it is now glowing brightly. It is filled with positive light and energy and love. Those high vibration energies are creation energies, wisdom energies. So every breath now you fill with that light. You might even take a moment to imagine what life would be like now. Now that I am free of all this negative stuff, what will I do? What will I create? I am a creator being, so let me create love. Let me create joy in the world. I'm going to anchor that in. I'm going to let more and more joy fill my world. And then I'm going to share it. I'm going to bless all those around me. I am that. I am. I am joy. I am love. I am abundance. And so it is. And it can be done as easy as that. So if any thoughts came to you, feel free to journal them. But practice that often. And it doesn't have to be as elaborate as this just was. Just close your eyes every now and then, maybe a few times during the day, and just do that simple work. Begin to own who you are. All the negative stuff is not who you are. It's just stuff, either programmed or somehow came into your life. But it's time to let that go. And it's time to reveal your light within. So have a blessed day. I'll see you soon. Love you.